sometimes it's actually just amazing what these foster moms actually put up with. Here we got little Barcy with his new foster mom. He's supposed to be grooming her, but just also remember a lot of these, because he hasn't had much experience with other monkeys, he's not so good in the grooming department. So although he's trying his best, he's probably not quite doing it up to standard. And she's very tolerant. I mean, it's actually unbelievable how much he puts up with. But as you can see, he does know what he's kind of doing in a way. Really going through her, checking the hair for any little bugs and things like this that he can find. And she does seem to be enjoying it, which is the main part. But yeah, it's just nice to see this little clip of how they actually get on and how appreciative they are towards each other, and especially how accommodating the foster moms are. The concentration and care that actually goes into this is also quite something. Just look at little Barcy. He's really into what he's doing. Having a look at sometimes it's just small little items or dry skin that they find that they pull off. Sometimes it could be little eggs of something that happened to get in the way. But monkeys are generally very, very clean. So a lot of times it's just little scabs or little things like this that they might find along the way. So this is why you can see monkeys don't really have fleas or ticks or anything like that, because there's always somebody going through very methodically, checking every little spot just to make sure there's nothing hiding away, especially if you've got a little itchy spot, they might find that, and just make sure it's all okay for you. But yeah, you can just see how well he's actually learned to groom in such a short space of time, and he's really, really enjoying it. Well, I suppose the nicest thing about grooming somebody is knowing it's your turn next. And there's no doubt that Barcy seems to have been waiting for this one. Just look how peaceful a little guy looks. I mean, he's so totally relaxed. I mean, I actually wish that was me. Just lying there, not a care in the world. You've got a fantastic mom, just giving you a little bit of a scratch over. And yeah, he's really, really having a great time. I think he's passed out completely. That point where you think it's over and it's not, and you're going to get some more. I think that's the best. I suppose it's just like any normal little kid. After mom's treated you, you sort of get overconfident and sort of out of hand, and that's where all the nonsense starts. And then, of course, after she puts you back in your place, you have to probably do something you don't like to make it up to her. sometimes washing days just don't go quite as planned. And let me tell you, the bandits or the wild troop have a field day whenever they get an opportunity, and of course especially when you need these blankets the most, they're going to make sure they get them as dirty as possible, as quickly as possible.
This is Honeybear. We are trying to trap her because she's losing weight, and we want to give her some additional immune boosters and then some injectable dewormers. She might need to go on a course of antibiotics because we suspect that she has B. coli. So yeah, we just want to get her in, get some ideas about what's going on with her, and then help her out.
So Honeybear arrived in 2006, so it makes her about 19 years of age at the moment. And of course, as old age approaches, you do get all of these little ills and ailments that we have to have a look at. And she was losing some weight, so we decided to bring her in. She actually moved from skunking enclosure and didn't get on really with those guys right in the beginning. And in 2010, with all the babies of that year, she was basically integrated into the D&D enclosure. So she helped look after the babies of 2010. I don't know if people can remember Chester, Diddy Kong, Chica, and Tammy were some of those of that year. And so she was a very, very good foster mom. She still is a very good foster mom, and still helping out every year. But she is getting on in years, and as I say, she's just not looking 100% herself. So they've decided to trap her, bring her in, just give her some special care and treatment, and see how things go from there. Well, as you can see how the trap cage works, she is in there, and of course there is a thing to set it off right in the end. You don't want to pull the lever and trap her because her tail is basically still stuck outside, and one has to be very careful of that. You don't want to injure them in any way, but as soon as she's far in enough, there's a little piece of wood underneath the trap so it doesn't catch her tail. But there you see she's in, no problems, and as happy as can be, eating like a whole lot of the food that she's just thought she's found within sick bay. So Luna's just helping move Honeybear over into our crush cage. So one does have to be very careful, even though she is an older female, they can still bite if they have to, and we just have to be very careful as we move them from one enclosure or one cage into another.
Yeah, sorry. There she is. And moved over. Hi, Honeybear. Broop, broop. Yeah. Yeah. No chatty? Okay. But I think you deserve a grab. I get you one.
Today we've been looking at samples from Honeybear and also from Turo. And so far, Honeybear's been having treatment with metronidazole for some protozoa, and we're just going to continue her treatment for a few more days. She has got formed stools now, and then with Turo we're just checking because he's a wild rescue, so we're just checking what parasites he has, and it looks like he has one hookworm egg at the moment. And Kako's just here practicing and having a look at the microscope, see what she can see as well. This is Honeybear, who we've just looked at the sample from. You can probably see that she's still a bit skinny, but she is eating well. She's just having her medications at the moment.
Yes, please.
But in a few days' time, hopefully she'll stop and eventually go home to her troop. Just like to see her put on a little bit more weight as well before going home. See, she's emptied all her plates there. She's got plenty of food the other side in the blanket. Honeybear doesn't know it yet, but she's going to join her troop today again. She's 19 years old and she's had some problems with parasites and bacteria. She's had a few courses of veterinary treatment and also digestive support and immune support, and today she is ready to return to her troop, so let's hope they give her a nice welcoming. And we'll still be keeping an eye on her every day in the troop because she is also 19 years old.
So Honeybear has been in sickbay for quite a while, and she's been in intercage for about 3 weeks now. I can see that she's very hungry this morning. She's devouring her rice plate, which has a lot of extra nutrition for her. And tomorrow she can rejoin the Dino and Daniel troop after being gone for about 2 months. So it's going to be really nice to see her back in troop again.
So it's the time to release Honeybear.
No, she had loads of parasites, so she's been on a lot of medication for quite a while. So yeah, she can go back in. Hopefully I don't get anyone else come in. Oh no, they wired it.
Honeybear has an audience today because it's her big day to return back home, and Camilla's got the ropes, and we'll just see if she's going to go home.
Precious. So,
I think she's very excited. She may just sneak out. They might not give her a chance though.
you're not allowed to go in. Ideally not, but if it's in a way she will come on that.
So even though one thinks like a monkey would just race out as soon as it got its opportunity to get a little bit of freedom, it's not always so. A lot of times they like being in a place where they feel comfortable, they're happy, they feel secure, and in this case she doesn't really need to go out. She's probably got more trouble outside than inside, and so she's going to just take her time and go out in her own leisure.
She's annoying. Really? Go away. Come on, sweetie. It's open. You've got a whole crowd.
Wanna get in trouble? Quick go. So.
Well, you can see the effects of when a high-ranking female, in this case Crumpet, pulls a face at one of the low rankings, how quickly they scurry and get out of the way. So just look at Crumpet's behavior on the side here, how she's trying to keep them away so that Honeybear can come out. So she's like sort of in charge and keeping the clearing clear for Honeybear, and keeps on chasing the little ones that are getting in the way out of the way.
I think it's the kind of the same as the bandits that we've got here, the females. I think she's kind of always been a bit like that. Okay. So it might just be a combination of that way. So then you'll be facing us, but on the other side, and just literally just throw it in.
I think she's ready. She's ready to go out if you want to watch. She's trying to get the gate. Okay. Ready when you are. There she is, back in the troop.
was anderes, ja, aber die wirken doch nicht anders. Das muss nicht der Stelle. Oder ist bloß einfach genommen.
Hi.